know about that bottle.
What up, y'all? It's the Real LP4, and I already know y'all see the title, y'all all excited, so I'm not gonna hold y'all that much longer. Y'all been waiting for this video ever since I was telling y'all about it and telling y'all when I was gonna do it and all that. I got all my shoes, I moved in, so just real quick though, before you start watching, getting excited, you're gonna see all my shoes. You're not gonna see a couple pair, you're not gonna see a pair of Calvin Klein like shoes that I got. You're not gonna see my Vans, because like Vans are Vans. They're real easy to get to. It's nothing dead stock. It's nothing like y'all really be jumping out your seats to see. If it is, I got yacht clubs and I got flame Vans. That's it. Only two pairs I got. The Calvin Klein shoes, they're literally black and gray. They're ugly. I bought them because it was like $15 at Burlington. I was thinking they was going to be cool and stuff, and I get home and I'm like, I really don't like them. But it's $15, so I'm not going to return them or none of that. So, not going to hold y'all no more longer. Let's go ahead and let's get into it, because I know y'all ready for that. And it's all clean. You already know what the business is on game. First things first, all white G-Phase, those a must-have in anybody's shoe closet. If they don't own a pair of Forces, you're a bum. I don't care what you say about it. Everybody has one pair of white G-Phase, whether they beat or not. And if they beat, go get another pair, because you better not dare wear them out in public. You know how many times I done got joked on and bullied because I beat up some pair of G-Phazos and I kept wearing them, and it's gonna be a couple of people that know me personally that's gonna see that I got a new pair and they're gonna be about time. But you gotta have a pair of G-Phazos. You rocking with anything. These have been OGs since I was a little kid, man. Let's go next up. Particular order, we already got the alternate grade 5s. Y'all know how I feel about these. It's pretty much self-explanatory. I don't feel like there's much need to talk to. Y'all done already seen that whole video about them, so there's not much more detail I feel like I need to go into them, so you already know. Next pair, let's go. These are a little bit more beat. You can't really tell from your angle. If I lift the sole up, you can kind of tell they're beat. These are the satin bread 5s. I got these and I was, rocking them cool, high fashion, all that. But then after a little while, they got too comfortable and I started wearing them for hooping shoes. So they're kind of a little messed up and all that. I mean, they're not awfully beat, but I mean, they're not as high as quality you could in satin. Once you start to, beat it up, if it's not a dirt stain, it's not much I can really do about it. I mean, I definitely like them though, and I still rock them. Well, I mean, I try to avoid wearing them out just because of how beat the satin is. So, like, if it comes down to where I need some red or black shoes, I'm just, like, grabbing my Bread 11. It's just because I can't really, somebody gets up close to me and sees all the stuff on them, they're just kind of like, come on, man, you got to do better than that. But let's go. Next pair I got is the Easy Boost 350. I don't really know how to say it. I call them Ye Chill. Some people say Ye Chill or Yeezel, whatever people want to call them. When I rock these, I typically try to match it with the burgundy on it. I found that was the easiest color that looks real nice with it. I also got a picture, I had a burgundy rock Bible shirt, black jeans, and I mean, they kind of killed it. I like these. These are actually comfortable. The only thing I regret about when I got them is that I forgot the Yeezy and Adidas. They all run small because I haven't had a pair in so long. So I got these in 12. Should have got them 11 and a half, and they would have fit way better. But yeah, these are my 350s, and I rocks with them all the time, Next pair. So if you've seen my intro, which I know y'all have, I've gotten comments about intro and outro. You saw the Celtics jersey outfit. This is definitely the pair I rocked. I really don't know the true name of these because there was a whole lot of miscommunication right before. Literally, I put in my raffle, and the day before, they turned out to be these. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, these are way harder. I'll take these all day, every day. But they were gonna be like, it was gonna be like white up in here where all the black is, like very minimal black. Like maybe the Nike logo was black, I'm pretty sure, and it was a white toe with a little bit of green lining and stuff. But actually, I like these a lot better. They even came with the red shoelaces, and if you got the right fit, the red shoelaces make them look a whole lot better than they actually did. So I'm cool with these. I call them pine greens. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Not 100%. Don't quote me on it. Don't count me out for it. But yeah, I rock these all the time. Only thing I regret about them as far as ones go is that ones technically Nike. They still got their Nike logo, so they do run big compared to actual Jordan sizes. So I would have went back and got these in 11 and a half, because when I wear them, it's real easy for me to crease them up there. You can kind of see how the toe looks. It's not creased, but it's easy for me if I would have to have creased them. So. But let's go to the next pair. Whew, so the next pair is probably one of my favorite pairs. It is definitely the Jordan 1 Fearless. I love these a whole lot. I recently changed laces to the white laces. Before, if you know, like the Jordan 1 Unions, the LA, Chicago, all that stuff, they came with so many different color laces, and I took it upon myself to kind of find out how to incorporate it. So in some other pictures that I'll probably show y'all, I had red laces and blue laces all tied up into one. So like red down here, blue up here. And it looked real nice and clean, but now I'm just going with the simple classic white look. got these. They came out birthday weekend, November 7th, I believe was the date, or somewhere around there. And then, so, I mean, these are like on a whole lot of people's top list. Like in my city, I don't really see too many people rocking them. It was maybe 6 months that I was wearing them to school before I saw another person wear them in the building, and I knew they got them off of StockX because I saw the StockX tag. So I was the only one in my school, to my knowledge, to actually have them. I was getting straight clout off of it. You know, people are like, "Oh, you got those? You got them?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure." Cause I mean, I rock these. It was hard finding an outfit for them because these two colors do not go together a lot. Like they're always opposite teams and always opposite stuff, and not a lot of people can throw together stuff that goes with it to incorporate both colors. It was either I found a fit that had red or I found a fit that had blue. It was so hard to find anything that had both in there without having to toss something in there. But dudes, when I tell y'all, this is definitely one of my favorite pairs. It's definitely one of my favorite pairs. So next pair of shoes, let's pair Jordan 1 Court Purples. I love these, dude. I would have been waiting. These were on my bucket list for like, I had it for like 2020. When the year started, looking at my Jordan release calendars. This is one of my quarantine cops. So I got them during quarantine. I had to ship them offline and all that stuff right from the Nike sneakers app. This is one pair I talked about a whole lot that I really liked. These laces aren't really my favorite, but I had them in because if you saw when I went to Jordan's house, the shirt I had on made them look real nice matching with the laces. My preference, I'm probably gonna put the black laces back in soon at some point. My only regret with these, I didn't say with the Fearless ones. The Fearless ones were actually the only pair of ones that fit true to size, so that kind of made me mad because I was like, my pine green ones ran big, or they ran small. No, they ran big because if I got them in a 12, 12 was too big, so they ran big. Then the Fearless ones were perfectly fit in a 12. When I got these after I got the pine greens, and I'm like, well, maybe the pine greens were just a fluke or whatever. So I got these in a 12, so these actually run big too. So if I had a chance to go back, I would get them in 11.5, but I know their price ran up. And I mean, it's not like it's an issue, but just for creasing purposes, like, I don't know if y'all can see that right there, but it's got a slight crease. It's not even broken in yet, so you can't even tell for real. But when I walk in them, it feels like clown shoes. But dude, I love them, and I mean, they're drip for real, for real. So we're not gonna waste too much time on these though. These are the Foamposite 1 Floral. These are my first pair of foams. When I was younger, I most definitely for sure wanted a pair of foams. Everybody wanted them, you know, with the Paranormans and the Atomics and the Asteroids. Those are like some of the best vibes that I ever got from a pair of shoes that weren't Jordans. So I definitely wanted those back then, but for my feet to be growing, and they were $250 at the time, it just wasn't right timing. When I got the chance, I saw these on StockX and they were a reasonable price. I think I spent $160 on them, and I know their retail was $250 because almost all foams are retail $250. And dude, the floral pattern on them, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's just like, it's real clean. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a clean little pattern to it. But only thing with it is finding a good fit to go with it. Y'all saw in the last video, I had the floral shirt in there. You know that most definitely goes with these. I got that shirt from Hollister for like $20, but you know, it's definitely going with these. Expect to see that fit soon. Like, I've been looking for a while to find something to wear with them. And when I found that shirt, I just had to most definitely cop it because it matches. And I mean, one thing that's really underlooked about them is that gold lace lock right there. Dude, if you pay attention to that small detail, it's gonna change my whole fit. So my whole fit went from when I started seeing that, my whole fit is gold jewelry. So y'all saw the gold Ferragamo belt I had in the closet. I have a gold Caravel watch that I normally wear with it. These, I'm pretty sure I got these in 11.5 because I was thinking about Nike size chart. I don't know for sure. I don't see the tag because I have shoe trees in there. That's shoe care 101. You need to have shoe trees in your shoes when you don't wear them. I always keep shoe trees in them because, dude, they'll crease up, dry rot, all that stuff that you don't want to happen will happen. Always have shoe trees in there. So I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure I did realize, hey, these are Nikes. I need to step a size down because they'll run big. So I did make that necessary adjustment with these. Next pair we got are the Jordan 9 Racer Blue Reflectives. You can kind of see the reflection on this shoe, and it's because the light off my fan, that's just kind of how it's going. So I guess you can kind of get two views from this side. This side looks great. This side, you see the reflective part of it. That is probably the hardest part of getting something to go with this fit, because real simply, you can match with the Racer Blue on the back of them, which is what they're called, Racer Blues. But I mean, if I'm taking a picture like this and I got on like a blue shirt or whatever, you're not really gonna see that. You wanna show off the reflective part like that. But where do you find a reflective shirt? And dude, by the time I found a reflective shirt, it was already sold out on my size. So it's kind of hard to find something to match with these. I mean, I could easily rock an all black fit, but I like to show off the reflective. I want a reflective effect in there. And then at the same time, you gotta find the right reflective. So I bought a nice jacket. It was like 30 bucks or whatever, and it was reflective, but it was straight silver reflective. It didn't have the rainbow reflect like these do, so it didn't really match. But I mean, you got the idea from it. Walking down the hallways in school where there's no dramatic lighting that's gonna throw it off really did anything for me, because the grays looked similar from the reflective part. So it looked like it matched, but deep down I knew that if I took a picture or somebody took a picture of me with the flash on, you were gonna have a white top with some rainbow bottoms and it wasn't gonna look right. But dude, I love them. I had a pair of 9s before my feet grew. They were the Jordan 9, the Kobe ones. The ones that were like had the blue ring right in through there, and they were all white with like yellow lace holes, I believe, or they had a yellow Jumpman logo on the back. That's what it was. I had those, and I really rock with those. There hasn't been too many 9s dropping recently. Do I know why? Not at all. Do I kind of look down upon it? For sure, because I want another pair of 9s. But let's get into the next pair. So the next pair I got coming up for you guys is the Jordan 5 Bel Airs. I have not dropped an unboxing video or any of that stuff for it. You will not get to see the box. To ruin any hype for anybody, it is a basic Jordan box, like what I showed y'all with the the cool gray 4s, and when I had the elephant print 3s, I showed those boxes. It's that plain box. I was expecting a little bit more, but we're gonna get a review on them in a little bit, so we're not even gonna stress that too much. These are definitely like smooth. The Bel Airs, the ones that everybody really knows, has mostly gray right there. People were expecting it to be white, but do they look way better in person than they did online? A lot of stuff of it is way more neon than normal to pay attention to, especially the inside. That's probably my favorite part of it. It's really had me second guessing putting on these neon laces that came with them, just because of the coloring to it. These are definitely a good fit for some summer shoes. That's just how I'm feeling about them. They give me summer vibes. Like when I rock an outfit with them, y'all gonna see me looking like a crossing guard, because I'm just gonna be bright. I put them on, they fit and everything, like nothing. Like the Jordan 1s are the only Jordans that I really have sizing issues with, and that's because they're technically Nikes, because they have the Nike logo and all the swoosh and all that. So technically Nike still claims them, so Nike does them by their size chart, even though, like, I don't understand what is the point if Jordan is from Nike and I order Jordans from Nike, but Jordans are a different size chart than some Nikes. But then the Jordan 1s are Jordan 1s running on a Nike size chart with a Nike check. So I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. I wear a 12, but then when I get 1s, now I know I need 11 and a half, regardless what it says, just to avoid any issue. But enough of that. Let's get on to the next pair. The next pair is the Jordan 11 Low Snakeskins. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. These are kind of beat a little bit. I used to play basketball in these too. Whenever guys are like, hey, let's go to the park, let's go run, let's go to the gym, let's go hoop, something like that, I would grab these. And especially because they're summer shoes, I don't really like wearing high top shoes when I hoop. It just don't feel right on my leg and stuff. So that's why I always like wearing these. I also don't really like wearing low top shoes when I'm getting dressed and stuff, because then it feels like my ankles are bare. It's kind of a weird feeling, just me, personal preference, nothing against it. So, these were definitely, a lot of people were kind of like, you don't want to get them, you don't want to do that, saying that I was overhyping them and stuff, but I like them personally. If I like them, what does your opinion matter to me? It doesn't. So that's when they dropped like 2 pairs of them. So like a month later was the black and gray ones, which I will admit were definitely hard. I would cop those if I could and go back and do it, but the price went up too much. Not even the price went up too much. I don't like secondhand mine. I don't like ordering a pair after I know I could have got them on the release, and StockX then brought the price up like 40, 50 bucks, and then their processing fee and their shipping. I don't want to deal with all that, so I'm not going to. And then they also released the women's ones where they look very similar to this, but they were all pink, and that was like last summer's whole theme, the snakeskin 11s. I saw a lot of people rocking them, and I'm not knocking them at all. I'll still rock them. They're not bad enough condition where I can't rock them in public, so I definitely still will. Let's get into the next pair though. You guys already know it's the Bred 11s. They've came out so many times, and every time somebody says, why do you keep buying these shoes? Well, because my feet keep growing and I need them. I love them. They're like iconic classic. You cannot say anything like, if somebody says something about Jordan 11s, the first pair you're going to think about are the Bred 11s or some type of Bred 11s, Flu Game 12s. Those are the first couple pairs people are going to start thinking about. Like, if you don't know the Bred 11s, bro, you just don't even need to be buying shoes. You need to stop what you're doing. Like, these are literally one of Jordan's main shoes. Like, these are almost the definition of Jordan. Any picture you pretty much see him in is somewhere attached to the Bred 11s. Just the Bred theme throughout all his shoes is iconic enough to where if you don't know the Bred 11s, what are you even doing with your life? So there's not much to go into with them. Like, y'all see, I love my Bred 11. I am weird. I like 11 highs. I really do. A lot of people like, I like the lows better. You people like summer fits. I like winter stuff. I get cold really easily. I'm the dude that you'll catch in the middle of the summer at the beach wearing a hoodie. You don't believe me? I will show y'all a picture of me 101-degree weather. I went on vacation in Florida and I got on a full sweatsuit at the beach. That is me. I am that guy. I will do that and I will love it and enjoy every second of it. So I like the high tops on all my Jordans, real talk. Like, that's just my theme about it. There was the, you know, they weren't called the Bread 11 lows, but they dropped a couple weeks ago. They literally were Bread 11 lows if you just looked at them a little bit. So, I mean, there's not much more detail to go into with these. If you don't know them, you just need to stop what you're doing and go figure out what you're doing. All right, let's get into the Bread 11s. We got the Concord 11s. These are kind of beat, bro, and it's a funny story behind them, but I mean, I still rock them. You can't really tell. Like, from here, you can see that they're kind of beat based off how the lighting is. You can kind of see, like, right here, they look good. Right here, you can kind of tell they look beat. If I get real close to you, you can see they beat, but back here, they don't look as bad. So I was with some friends. I forgot where we were going, and wherever we were across the street was like a Dollar General or something. I wanted something to drink, something to eat. Got like a honey bun, like Gatorade, stuff like that. And so while we're in the store, it starts thunderstorming while we're in the store. So we still had somewhere to be at a certain time, and it was right across the street. Even though it was right across the street, you know, we had got there early. So we got there like 7:45, but we had to be there at 8, so I ran across the street and all that. So it's thunderstorming. Now, you know, it's like 7:55, you know, we got to get over there. We got to go. We can't just wait out the rain. None of us got umbrellas and stuff. Forget the umbrellas. My clothes can get wet. I was worried about my shoes. So there was like a brick gate, like right under, not right in front of them, but like separating the sidewalk and the entrance to the Dollar General. I think that's where we went. Corner store, Dollar General, one of them two. So I hop over the thing because, you know, I'm ready to take off across the street. So I hop over the thing. As soon as I hop over, mud puddle slid in there, slip, fall, ripped my pants. I had a big scratch on my elbow, on my arm, on my knees. These were in bad shape. You can still see this stain right there that I can't get off to this day because of it. The soles are brown because of it. But I mean, dude, I got them back to great condition compared to what they were. Like, dude, all this was literally brown. Like, literally all that was brown. But they're good now. I mean, I still rock them. You can still see the brown up in there, but I mean, they're better than nothing like what they could have been. I was to the point where I almost had to buy a whole nother pair. One thing I do want to point out to y'all though, that I don't know if a whole lot of people pick up on, is what Jordan does with their 11s. Every year, like a week or two before Christmas, there's a pair of 11s dropping, and so always know that in your release calendar in your brain, know that there's a new pair of 11s coming around that time, whether they say it on a release calendar or not. 2 years ago, it was these, the Concord 11s. This past year was the Bread 11s, like I just showed you. This year is some all black, I think they're called Pure Platinums, or I don't remember what they're called, but I know that I already got my eyes on them. I know I'm looking into them. But let's get into the next pair. So here's the next pair. Before y'all even say anything, no, they're not fake. These are most definitely custom. So the guy that does them, his name is Xander Customs, and I had looked at them for a very long time before I actually decided to go through and get them. And once I decided to go through and get them, I think it might have been one of the best decisions I've ever made. So you can tell from the bottom of them, they're Concord 11s, just by off that. You can tell from the 45 on the back. I got the yellow color just because this yellow is different. I don't see this color, you know, anywhere. So that's partially why y'all don't see a whole lot of outfits with them, because it's different. It was either this or this one turquoise pair. Thinking back on it, I probably would have picked the turquoise pair just because they look real nice. But dude, I like these, and they're in great condition. I've only worn maybe 4 times ish. It's not, I mean, you see like the soles are still blue, and I bought them around the same time I got my Bread 11s. I think these were $350 after shipping and tax and all that stuff. And I did it because he was having a Cyber Monday sale. So that's also why I did it. So they were also on sale. I had a discount for that, and I was just like, okay, well, we're not gonna let this go to waste. We gotta do it. So I followed through and I ordered him. And dude, he's great. He's a cool dude. I mean, I don't talk to him like on a daily person like that. But if I want a pair of customs, the first place I'm gonna look is him. He doesn't really do much picture stuff. I mean, they're solid color frames and they're cool. And I did a real versus fake because I want to make sure I wasn't getting scanned or nothing like that. Comparison of my Bread 11s versus, I mean, my Concords versus these. They came back everything the same, so I knew they were legit. So he's not gonna scam you. So they're literally Concords painted a little bit. So I mean, but dude, they're great. They ship great. They fit great. I mean, they're just, you know, there's nothing special. They're Concords custom, so there's nothing really anything to add on different to them between texture, material, and all that. Let's get into the next pair though. The Chinese New Year 13s. These came out this year, 2020, beginning of the year, February, I believe, because that's when the whole Chinese New Year era is. A lot of people really doubted me with these shoes. They said they were ugly, they sucked, they said they were bull and stuff. I'm not saying they're the best looking shoes, but they're not bad at all. I mean, a lot of people didn't like them because of like the two different types of like a wheat or khaki type of color, and then the pink on the bottom. They kind of didn't understand it. I liked it because of the pattern that you see throughout them on the 13s on that side right there. And I also like the structure, just 13s in general. I had the He Got Game 13s, but I outgrew them. And then I also had them their first, not their first release, but I think whichever year it was, I think it might have been 2011 or whichever year that was. I had them then. I also had a pair of all white 13s. I don't remember which ones they were back in middle school. I don't remember the name of them. I really don't remember the name of them, but I used to have them. I really like 13s fit, and I really like the way they look. A lot of people debate back and forth about 13s being ugly or not. I mean, that's people's own personal decision, but if you rely on people's personal decision, then you're not going with what you truly feel is right, so don't ever do that. So I definitely, like these, and I rock these religiously. I mean, self-explanatory with them. You can say you don't like them, I like them, or else I wouldn't spend my money on them. So let's get into the next pair. All right, so the next pair of Balenciagos, we're not gonna spend too much time on them. Y'all know these are one of my favorite pairs, the Triple S Gray. Still haven't got around to wearing them because I'm scared I'm gonna scuff them. I finally did actually put them on and try them on fit-wise. I wish I would have got the 45s instead of doing the 44s. They're literally an exact fit, meaning my foot fits in there perfectly comfortable, but the slightest growth or the slightest step is gonna cause me uncomfortability. I don't have any space in there, so they're literally a perfect fit, which is not how I like my shoes. I like my shoes with a little bit of room in them to, walk around it. So these are a perfect fit. I should have got the 45s, in other words. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like them and I'm still gonna rock them. Honestly, truthfully, if they would have had half sizes, that would have been better. I do feel like a 45 would have been too big though. If a 44 and a half would have probably been the better fit, but they don't do half sizes in Euro. So this is technically a size 11. A 45 would have been technically a size 12, but the Euro size chart runs different, so it's a huge 12 and everywhere in the mix. So, but that's the end of those, and let's get on to the next pair. Next pair, we got up Cool Gray 4s. I definitely like these. The thing that I like about them most probably is how they are able to stand out even though being all gray basic shoes. So what I feel is very necessary is the little white spots, black spots, yellow on the bottom, yellow on the inside, tongues and all that. I feel like all that's very, very necessary because you could say these are all gray shoes, but they're not all gray, and then the little parts that stand out to keep them from being all gray shoes is what makes them what they are. What I do like about 4s, even though this is my only pair of 4s that I have, is their nice lacing system. How they're made with the flaps right here that you can also lace up tight. I don't like my shoes tightly laced, so I always leave these out because then it doesn't bring everything in as tight as it should be. And I also just think it looks real nice to have this little flap, walking around and it's out there. It just looks like a better fit to me. Got these back to school a couple years back, and as you see, they look almost brand new, 10 out of 10 condition, and that's just how you got to keep your shoes. I mean, I didn't really do anything for these except for wear them how they were meant to be worn. I didn't try to play basketball on them or anything. Like I said with some of my other pairs, they're kind of trashy right now. So I like them, and they're comfortable. I mean, I want more pairs of 4s, but I'm not going to buy a pair of 4s that I don't like just because they're 4s. So let's not get anything else since it is. Let's go on to the next pair. So the next pair we got coming up are the Jordan 8 South Beach. These pair came out 2 years ago, around my birthday again. So yeah, 2 years ago. I definitely caught these in a heartbeat. I got them the same weekend that they dropped, which was my birthday weekend, in fact. What I liked about these was the South Beach. I'm a Miami Heat fan, so when it said South Beach, I knew that it was going to be the Miami Heat blue and pink colorway, so I was real big on those. I like 8s specifically. They're comfortable, and they have a lot towards their comfort on the insides of them. Also, the lacing system, that's one thing I find unique with every pair of Jordans. They all have their own unique lacing system for the most part. So like 5, 6s, those typically have their own specific lace locks that go towards them. With the 4s, like I said, those had the flaps on the side. The 8s also had the flaps on the side. Well, they're on top, but they go all the way back to your sides. The 11s have those thick horse laces that are real nice. So everybody kind of has their own type of deal with them. I know 1s, sometimes on the tongue and the 1s, you can lace them through the back, which allows you to do a nice dual color, like I was saying with my Fearless 1s, how I had them. So these came with extra laces. I believe they came white, and then they also came with the blue and the pink. I felt it was very necessary to rock 1 blue, 1 pink. These are like comfort shoes. I wear 8s with sweatpants. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can get dripped with them in some jeans, but I like them with the sweatpants. I bought the sweatsuit outfit that came with it. It was a gray jogger outfit. I also bought the gray t-shirt that came with it, and it's blue, gray, and pink. It's gray, like blue and pink Jordan logo type deal. And that's mostly what I rock with these. I mean, these are comfort shoes to me. Like, I find a whole lot of comfort wearing these, so I don't try to overcomplicate them or make them more than what they mean to me, I really like them though, and It's my only pair of 8s. 8s don't really drop that much. I don't know what it is, but I mean, really, it's kind of, I don't see many pair of 8s coming out. But if I do, I'm quick to jump on them and I'll try to get them as soon as possible. So let's get into the next pair. The Jordan 6 Infrareds. These are definitely one of my favorite pairs. I don't really wear them that much just because they're kind of one of the sacred pairs almost, kind of like how I feel about the alternate grade 5s and the Balenciagos. The pairs that I'm scared I'm gonna mess up and they're gonna mess up their sentimental value to me. I always like the infrared 6s. I even wanted the white ones and then also the alternate ones. I don't know if they're called alternates, but they're all infrared with I believe like a clear sole, following the typical Jordan 6 pattern. I believe this part right in there is black. So I definitely like those. And I mean, 6s are comfortable to me. You know, some shoes just aren't comfortable. You know, some shoes don't feel good and on your feet and all that. And that's probably why I like, you know, after you get past like Jordan 14, you know, 15, 16, so on and so forth, up until, you know, Westbrook takes over and he gets into the 28s, the 27s, 26s, those type of deal, you know, those kind of get back to more high quality on court shoes opposed to these. I feel like are more comfortable shoes. And I'm not knocking the other pairs because I've seen a couple pairs of 15s that don't look too bad, honestly and truthfully, that I've seen a pair I would maybe get. But I mean, you know, after you get into that, like the 20s where they got the ankle strap and all that stuff, you know, it's kind of after that, it's just kind of like, I don't really want to wear those with this fit. So these are definitely a pair that means something to me. I definitely like these, and let's get on through it. You guys already are familiar with these. These are the Jordan 6 pairs. Y'all were there when I bought them. Y'all already saw it. You already saw the lacing tutorial. There's not too much anything else I need to speak on these. They already know if you've been loyal to my channel. Favorite feature definitely is the inside and you know, the soles that kind of keep along with the hair pattern that we were all looking for when we saw the hair 6s. I mean, you see how they're laced different than my infrared 6s. I don't really like lacing the same shoe twice the same way, with the exception of my 11s, because just the way the laces look with my 11s, how they're tied up, it looks real nice. I mean, that's all I got for them. I mean, they're also another pair. I don't like getting my shoes dirty, so I wear them out and all the time. As soon as I get back in the house, though, they're getting clean for spots, that type of stuff. They're taken, you know, great care of. I mean, I've wore them once or twice, but you couldn't tell that from just looking at them. So, not wasting any more. Here is the DMP 6s. Y'all have seen these. Y'all seen me take pictures of these. If you watch the Fashion Nova haul, I rocked them. I'm pretty sure I have a picture in my intro where I had on a nice puffer jacket that was black and gold, and I rocked these with them. One of my favorite parts about these is the gold, I don't even know what to call it, lanyard piece, whatever you want to call it, tablet. You know, it has the Air Jordan. It has the date for the Defining Moments package, which is what DMP stands for, Defining Moments. And it has the defined moment that gave them the, you know, significance to them on there. Always keep that on there. You know, the little clicking noise people might find annoying, but that doesn't outweigh, you know, my liking of them. As you can see, the soles, they're still pretty good condition. I mean, they're a little brown at the bottoms, but I mean, that's what you're gonna get for walking with shoes on. And it's nothing to fix, you know, yellow soles is nothing to fix. If you're a true sneakerhead, you know what to do in the summertime with them. All my shoes were in storage, so I wasn't able to do it this summer, so that kind of makes me mad. But there's other ways, and I would definitely get all my soles back, and I'll put you guys on to how to do it. These are, you know, 6s are comfortable, so I'm not gonna complain about 6s. I mean, they're basic. You can't really, you know, basic drip. Like me, honestly, truthfully, you see my fits with them, and normally the shirt's black and gold or the top's black and gold, you know, whatever with the pants. But these, honestly, truthfully, if you wear an all black fit and just make gold jewelry, these will pop out more than what you would think they would in an all black outfit. So we're not gonna keep, you know, sitting here and, you know, glorifying them. We got other pairs to get through, so let's go ahead and get into it. Look at the next pair. You see them in my hand. They're exactly what you think they are. They are Flu Game 12s. Yes, I have them. No, they are not mine. I'm not saying I took them from anybody. My dad growing up was exactly how I am. He was a sneakerhead as well. I was at my grandparents. They were cleaning out their closet, and there was a box, and they were like, "Lawrence, go look in that." And you know, I'm like, "Okay, what's in here?" Open it up. My dad's got all these Jordans, and they're dry rotted, and they're beats, and I was mad about it. These were the pair that I liked the most to salvage. He also had the Red 11s, and they were the OG ones, you know, with the black and the red laces. You can tell these are OGs if you just kind of look at them a little bit, the material and all that. My dad was the type of dude who played basketball in his Jordans. So when I say these were in pitiful condition, they were a lot worse than they were before I got my hands on them. Now I got shoe trees in them. I bet you the creases are going away, probably almost gone now. You can kind of look in there and see like the stitching and the tape and the glue, and not tape, but the stitching and the glue work. It's kind of faded. But I definitely did do a pretty good cleaning on them. If I had the picture that I took, because I did a before and after picture, if If I had the before picture, I'd put it right here. If I find it while I'm editing and stuff, I'll put it right there for you so that you can kind of see how they look now versus how they were when I found them. But let's get into the next pair. Next up, we got the Game Royal 12s. It's kind of funny how I picked them up right after the Flu Game 12s. So the Game Royals are definitely, I'm gonna say it. They're definitely my go-to pair. You see me rock these casually. 12s are probably the most comfortable. Maybe it's just these pairs specifically because I have another pair of 12s that I don't find as comfortable. But these are definitely my favorite pair. They're comfortable, like the most comfortable pair out of the rest of them. I don't know if that has to do with the thick sole, that goes into with the 12s, or if just this pair was made comfortable. The blue part, they're two different blues if you can honestly tell and look up close. They're two different blues, and that has to do with the material they're made out of. But from this far away, you couldn't tell they were two blues. So, it's real easy for me to wear like a different type of dark Kentucky blue or royal blue, that type of deal. And the black mostly makes up for it. So the way I got them laced, I can slip into them. I can wear them with almost any fit, honest and truth, as long as like the color's not ridiculously neglecting the blue. So as long as I'm not wearing something like, an orange shirt, and even if that an orange shirt, I can still make that work. I can, do a New York Knicks spin off, something like that. You see those two type of colors really go together. But saying though, you can't really go wrong with these. They're comfortable. They look good with sweatpants just as good as they do look with jeans. One thing is shorts. I don't really wear a lot of jean shorts, but like when I have like Nike shorts on, like the dry fit sweat shorts, those always work. So, I love them. It's definitely a go-to pair. I'm not gonna say my number one pair, but these are my go-to pair, if that makes any sense. But let's get on to the next one. We just got a few left to go. Pair of 12s are the Chinese New Year 12s. If you can kind of pick on by now, I do really buy into the Chinese New Year theme a lot. These pair are not as comfortable because of what they had to do with the interior in there. So when I say I have another pair of 12s that aren't as comfortable, I'm talking about these. But the shoes go crazy. So if you don't know the story behind them, they literally have two layers. So the top layer is a satin layer. So I'll even bring it up closer to where you can see, where you see this satin material. These are cutaway shoes. So Jordan's tried it once before. I don't remember what shoes they were. I know I didn't have them. And they came out before I was really like down to where I could invest in a whole bunch of shoes in any size I wanted. My feet were still growing, so I couldn't really invest in it and investigate. And I was younger. I promise you, if I tried to cut up the satin or do the tearaway type of thing, they would have messed up. It was the Jordan 12 wings. That was one pair where they had the soles where they rubbed together like that down on their soles, and it kind of peeled off a little bit of a yellow and gold into it. So these, I'm not for sure what the pattern is. I'm still not for sure. I don't care. It looks good though. You could definitely pull off a lot with these. So you can kind of see my cut job isn't the best if I get it up close. But back here, you're not gonna be able to tell that. You're just gonna see the stripes. There were a lot of different people doing a lot of different patterns with them that kind of make them look the way they look. I chose, the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then once I got to the tongue, I just took it all off just to kind of finish off the shoe because it looks real nice. And dude, these are, these are great. You just have to really know what you're doing when you're wearing them, because just as easily as they're colorful and you feel like you can wear them with anything, you could mess them up thinking like that. And people got so creative with their cut work on them. I saw people, cut them like in so many different, like they would cut little stripes out of their Jordan 12 strip. So they would cut little stripes out of a stripe and it got real thin lines to it. I've seen people like, literally somebody cut a star out of theirs. I don't know how they were able to do it, but they did it, so I'm not gonna knock them for it. They had a star literally right in there. So these are definitely one of the most creative pairs I have, and the price has shot up from them a whole lot. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I saw these and I got them, I'm like, I want them. They were $250 and they were black on top of white. I'm like, I don't understand why the black on top of white is, but I picked up my raffle, I followed through, I bought them, and I felt the satin and it moved. I'm like, let me look up and get into this, and I started seeing a whole bunch of YouTube videos, everybody blowing up, cutaway Jordan 12s, is it worth it? I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know they were cutaway, but now that I know they're cutaway, let's start cutting into them. So I looked up a lot of people's tutorials, how people were doing the cuts and what cuts look so good and what actually looked like underneath of them, because the kids ones showed this whole pattern, but the adult ones had all black on top. So I didn't understand why they looked like that, but hey, I just did what I did, and I'm glad I did it. So let's get into the next one. This will be the last pair I show y'all today. I will, before I even get into talking about this pair, tell you I do have a couple pair of Tims. I got a couple pair of Forces. I have my custom Forces that are still in storage and stuff. I have my Uggs up in my closet, But I don't really have those. All couldn't fit in clear shoe storage containers, so I didn't even bother to put them in there. The Tims are way too big. It'd be like one Buddha box if they even fit in there, just because I have big feet. The Uggs are winter shoes only. Like, it's too hot to wear them around summer, springtime. Fall, winter time, they're great, and that's when I wear them. So other than that, they've been up in the closet since February. But let's just get into these. Like, you can look at these. A lot of people go back and forth about these. These I got them from the Nike outlet. I was just in the Nike outlet shopping for hoodies and sweatpants and seeing what they had on the clearance rack, t-shirts, because that's where they send all the nice Nike clothes that people didn't really buy in sizes and stuff. So I got them, and I was looking on like the clearance rack, because you always gotta look, dude. I'll never forget. I got a pair of 13s back when I was little. They were on the clearance rack. Literally had been out for like a month and a half. I got them for $60 because they were back on the clearance rack. You just always gotta look. Like, I know you just want to look on the racks and see, oh, look at these LeBrons right here. Look at these Jordans right here. Them just dropped last week. Look at these special order KD4s when they were in there for a select time. But always check your clearance rack, because you never know what you will see, dude. You never know what you will see on those clearance racks, and I promise you they're deadly. I got these for $70. Some people will say it's ugly because they don't like the blend right here, but the blend is my favorite part and the whole reason I got them. This nice hyper red up at the front with the purple blend in the middle, back to this nice tealish blue at the back, and they're Air Maxes. And Air Maxes, like, you can feel this. This is memory foam soles, so I knew they were comfortable when I saw them, and I went ahead and bought them right then and there. And these are definitely, I get a lot of compliments on these, as well as I get a lot of hates. Like, some people are like, no, dude, those are ugly. Why would you even buy them? I go out to the mall, I go out to school. People are like, yo, where'd you get those at? Can't nobody else find them because I got them off the clearance rack at the Nike outlet. So I don't see too many people with them on. And I mean, I'm not going to complain about being the only person with them. I'll tell you for sure I got them at the Nike outlet. But I mean, I haven't seen them since then. I've had people go back and say they didn't see them there. So I don't really care. This is my pair, and they're comfortable. If you don't have a pair of Air Maxes, I definitely recommend you go get a pair. I'm definitely been looking at the Vapor Maxes, the all black ones that you see everybody wear all the time. They pretty much have kind of went up there with the white Air Force Ones in terms of flexibility and outfits. So that's where these stand for me. I wear them a good amount of time, because you can wear them with an all black fit, or if you want to throw on a red shirt, purple shirt, or blue shirt, or however you want to do it with it. If you want to wear like a blue jacket or something like that, red jacket, however you feel you want to do it. These are very forgiving in that same era, as well as solid color fits, all black outfit, all white outfit, what you want to do. These can pretty much come through in the clutch at any situation like that, and they're comfortable. And because of the Air Maxes are the only pair of Nikes that fit like their Jordans, because of the Air Maxes have thick soles within their air bubbles, so they don't really calculate that for when they do space. So these actually fit pretty true to my size, which is a 12, and I was cool with that at all. So I definitely like these. This is the end of the collection, y'all, so I'm not even gonna hold y'all that much longer. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me, knowing that I've been gone and all that stuff. Alright, y'all, thanks for making this another good video. I hope y'all enjoyed the collection. I hope it was worth the wait. It was highly anticipated like y'all wanted. We gonna get back. We gonna stay consistent, as you just seen, bro. We gonna do good things. Soon coming to you guys, I'm gonna have the Jordan 5 Bel Air review. I know you saw them in this collection, but I have not had time to make the actual review for them. I'm pretty sure in my last video I addressed that you will not be seeing the box, solely because there was nothing special about it. So I went ahead and threw my clear storage container, gave it the basic treatment, and I got nothing else for y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, your mamas, your daddies, your uncles, your baby sister, your destined cousins, nephews, dogs, brothers, sisters, adopters. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at 502.lp4. You already know what the business is.